Hi, guys. So, in the real world, after your first class, I would take a walk with you over to the library, and we would go and look at the law books in the library, and I do a little scavenger hunt on what we will be using throughout the semester, and then talk with you a little bit about how to find a case and how to use these case reporters and the elements of what's in the case. So I'm going to, since our Harper restrictions don't allow me to even to go to the library or even to show you some of the books that I had in the lab classroom, I'm going to attempt to work with you a little bit through those items. And then when we meet again, when we're able to meet together in March, I can show you them, using the paper. But this is my attempt for now. Okay, so we're going to do intro to what books are, pulling cases using case reporters, stuff like that. So our sources of legal research. And what we're really going to talk about today is case reporters, and that is what your homework is going to concentrate on. And I'll have a quick little video explaining the homework to you as well. Okay, so case reporters, court opinions, when judges write court opinions, they're compiled and they're published in chronological order, so by date in print in volumes, and they call them case reporters or reporters. Um, Even though we're using Lexis and Westlaw and other electronic services to find our cases now, the organization and the citation form of cases are still organized according to this print reporter system. So that's why we learn it. Um, and then when you're talking about a case reporter, you don't have like a case reporter that covers every case that's published in the entire United States. So if I am looking for a Supreme Court decision, I will be looking at a case reporter that only has Supreme Court decisions. Or for Illinois, we have the Illinois decisions, which is what is in our library. We also have the Northeast Reporter and the Illinois Reporter. There's other ones. And we'll learn more about what specifically they are, but I just want you to know what a case reporter is. So this is a pretty law library, and these kind of gold and red books is what a case reporter looks like. So it's not just one book, it's a volume of books. They're numbered like 1 to a gajillion. So this would be our first one, and then the newer ones would obviously, be closer to the end. And then they'll all have a number on their spine, and the spine that will be the volume of the book. Oh, I guess I'm talking about this a little more. So case reporters can be either official or unofficial. So official case reporters are the reporters that the court has authorized as this is our official reporter. So if I'm doing any citation that is going to be looked at by a court, I need to have that official reporter citation. So, because they're different books, they're going to be on different pages and things. So you need to be able to have the judge authorized reporter in there. Okay. So we call that the official reporter. And then we have a bunch of unofficial reporters, and they're put out by publishers like West and Lexis. And the nice thing about unofficial reporters, which are in a lot of the law libraries, or most of them, they have editorial enhancements, things like syllabi and headnotes and ways to make reading and research easier. Okay. So that's why they have them in the libraries. So even though I'm getting my case text from an unofficial reporter, it's still a primary law. It's still a real law, because that wording is the same, regardless of whether I read it in official or unofficial reporter. But when I'm citing the law, I have to make sure I'm not citing these parts of these editorial enhancements like headnotes or syllabi. I have to be actually looking at the text of the case. And again, as we're citing, when we're doing our citation, not today for our homework, but in the future, we're going to always cite to the official reporter. Okay, so what cases do we find in these reporters for state? You're only going to be finding appellate decisions, because the lower court, your trial court where you first go, there's usually not written opinions. So state case law, say Illinois, will have the Illinois Appellate Court, and then we'll have the Illinois Supreme Court would be in our Illinois reporters. And a lot of appellate decisions are reported, not all of them. Actually, a recent decision by the Illinois Supreme Court says that we can cite to non-reported Illinois decisions for persuasive value. Interesting, right? Okay, federal course cases, when you're in the reporter, they actually have reporters that have trial court decisions. And those, again, are persuasive but not mandatory precedent. And then we have the federal appellate court, which is the circuit courts. And then we have the U.S. Supreme Court for our federal cases. Okay, so these are what we have in the library. And this is a little photo I took when I was pulling books when I learned we couldn't go to the library in the summer. And I don't know why it's not exactly in the order of it is. And they're kind of not all of them. I just pulled out random ones. So you have the name on the spine. So that's the West Illinois Decisions. It's abbreviated ILL period DEC. And you see you have the volume number on the spine. Okay, so that's 368. And then if I'm going to find a case in here, if I have a citation, somewhere in my citation, I will have the volume number, the reporter name, and the page. Okay, so this 368 is our volume. ILDEC is my name of my reporter, and if I will go into page 189. And that's on the other, showing you how I do that is on that other little video that I had to do on my phone. So that's why it's in a separate format and not here, because I wanted to be able to have a camera showing you that stuff. So that's how you're going to find a case once you have a citation for it using these books. Other legal books that we will look at throughout the semester, we'll have our code books. So codes are the laws made by our legislators, by our elected representatives. So we have in our library, we have the Illinois Code, which is called the Illinois Compiled Statutes Annotated. It's by topic or title, and we'll learn how to find Illinois code sections using books and doing it online as well. Okay, Illinois Digests. This is like the index to the Illinois reporters. So if I want to find a case on contracts, I might, go to this section here, which is on contracts, and then I can, research that, and I can look through there for cases, and then I'll have listings of cases on those particular topics. So again, they're random what I pulled out. Here's child custody, contracts, criminal law, evidence, all sorts of fun things. Black's Law Dictionary. This is something you'll use in your homework today, but we're going to be doing the virtual Black's Law Dictionary. This is what it looks like on the library shelf. This is just another example of it, but it's a way to find out what legal terms mean. So it's very kind of handy to have something like that on your bookshelf. If you're looking for something as a present, graduation present, when you get your paralegal certificate or something like that, you might ask for a Black's Law Dictionary, and then you look real fancy at your new job. Okay, Shepard citations, which again we'll learn later on in the semester. Every day, courts are making written decisions, and those written decisions may negatively affect earlier decisions. So how do we figure out that? We use citators, and one of the only in-print citator that is around is called Shepard's citations. And this is what it looks like, and we will look at it just a little bit, but Shepard's is really best and only done online now. And I think we'll be using, since you have access to Westlaw through the library, we'll be using the key site for our citator practice. Okay, so that is kind of that, and the other video is what we start talking about in the lab when we're there. I would do a scavenger hunt. I'd have you start looking through cases, looking through pages of a book. And so I'll do another brief video on the homework, but I wish I could figure out better how to show you this, but that's kind of what it is. So watch this video and watch this other one on using the Illinois Decisions Case Reporter.